All right, we're back. Round two. We're going to hit up everybody on the cattle side of the business. First up, we've got Josey. Josey's the daughter of Gaylen Swinson, and she shares with us what it's like working for Dad. Let's get into it. Josey.
Yes.
How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, I'm fantastic.
Awesome.
So, you're Mr. Gaylen's daughter.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
No, I'm just kidding.
We'll cut that out. We'll cut it out. We'll cut it out.
No.
So how is that like?
It's kind of weird it being, everybody calls him Dad. So.
Yeah? Everybody?
Everybody calls him Dad. So it's just, I guess I'm just part of the crew, you know?
Yeah? Yeah.
For sure.
And you had, your brother used to work here as well, right?
Yeah, he just started at his loan firm about 2 years ago. So he's only been gone for about 2 years now.
Yeah. So you just refilled his vacancy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's like a big family operation out here. It seems.
It is. We have a lot of connection out here.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
So are you here all the time? Are you kind of part-time? Or you?
I'm a part-time student. I go to school at Commerce East Texas A&M University now, and then I come here when I don't have class.
Okay.
And stuff, so I'm very grateful to be able to have a job and go to school.
That's pretty
Keep
awesome.
doing what I like to do and go to school, you know.
Keep doing what you like to do, going to school, or keep coming out here doing what you like to do?
Keep coming out here and then have to go to school.
Yeah, have to go to school. Are you studying something that's like related to what you guys are doing out here?
I'm studying animal science at Commerce.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And how's that going?
It's going well. Yeah, I actually had a lab last week that taught me how to close and open gates.
But you already know how to do that,
I do.
probably since you were 10 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how long have you known about the ranch or worked out here?
Well, I believe my dad started in 2016 or 2015.
Mm-hmm.
That might be right. So he's been here for quite some time, and well, we have our own family farm too at the Swinson side of things. But
Yes, ma'am.
so I'm very familiar with farm life and everything, and but I've been affiliated with the ranch, you could say, for probably over 10 years. I guess. Yeah.
And how's it like working out here? Besides working for Dad, does everybody get along?
Everybody gets along. Yeah. We know each other a little too well sometimes.
Yeah,
but,
probably so.
yeah,
That's just the nature of the work.
part of it.
Yeah.
But it goes smoothly most of the time. But
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a great environment most of the time.
How's the experience as far as does a lot of this stuff relate to the schoolwork that you're doing?
It's funny. I disagree with my professors.
Oh yeah.
I don't always agree with. I don't always speak out, but
Yeah.
I don't always agree with them sometimes. But that's just a part of knowing the world a little bit. You know?
Yeah.
It's just not always having the same point of view as everybody. I mean, I have a professor this semester that he's kind of keen on the fact that you might know this life, but you need to see a different point of view every now and then.
Oh yeah.
So
And there might be some truth to that too.
Yeah.
You know, it's all about perspective.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
people might see you working out here and have their own thoughts and opinions of
Right.
how you should do it or how it should be done, and you might know that that's not going to work because y'all have tried it in the past and it didn't
I'm not
work.
gonna say I know everything, so
No.
I'm always open to.
That's good, and you've got to be trainable
Yeah.
and have some
Definitely.
that characteristic in you about.
I learn something new every day.
Exactly. Yeah, which will probably take you further than you'll ever want to go. Oh, that's good. So, what's the plan for after school? You think there's an avenue here still with 1024?
I hope so. I mean, I plan to stay here for till college.
Yeah.
Definitely. And but where my education takes me it'll depend on the area, because I'm wanting to stay around here definitely. So I hope
This
I
is
can
home.
stick around here.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
What if school takes you somewhere else, or you get a job offer to go somewhere else? Have you thought about that yet?
That'll be hard. That'll be hard.
Yeah. Well, What is it that you like most about being out here and working at 1024?
There's a lot of things I could say, but definitely the environment that we're in. It's just like very welcoming, and it's just you just know you're lucky here.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
That's good. It's a good feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah? What does that mean?
I mean, you just have Larry and Colette who are gracious at all times, and I mean they let me come work here part-time, even though I can't always be here, you know, but it helps to have people like them that will help you when you can't.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because like even having the opportunity of being able to work but still go to school helps, and then the fact that you guys are family, like Larry and Colette have this knack of finding good people and keeping good people, and like, and if you're part of that family, we're willing to just keep you here.
Yeah.
So don't be surprised if they're like, hey, college isn't going to work out, you're going to have to stay here and run this place, you know?
Right.
You never know. But I kind of want to circle back to having to work for Dad. Do you work directly for him? I hope you're not getting special treatment, because that's going to be worse on you than anything, because I'm sure everybody's going to give you a hard time if they even catch slight wind that you're getting special treatment, right?
No, it's nothing like that. Definitely.
You're probably having to work harder,
Yeah.
if anything. I'm assuming, because
He expects a little bit.
yeah, right, because you belong to him. You're carrying his name, and all that still relates back into the ranch too, because we all want to do a little bit more than is expected of us, just because Larry and Colette are so good to us, right? So it's like, it's this revolving door of appreciation, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about that this morning with somebody else too, and there's not a whole lot of places that you can work and feel valued and appreciated like we do here,
Yeah.
Well, so what does your daily routine kind of look like? Like, you're getting up 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, coming to work, and then going to school, and then do you have to come back out here after you get out of class?
In the summertime, it's a lot easier for me. I can work all day, every day. But usually, I'm here 8 a.m. and we kind of gather up in the shop, and Dad will divide us out for that day on what tasks we need to do. And it really depends on the season too.
Yeah.
And so he divides us out, and then whatever time I have class, I've got to hitch it back to town, and so it's just part of it. But usually I don't really have, it'll depend on the day. Like, I'll have class in the morning or I'll have class in the afternoon, so I'll work a half a day based on what time of the day it is.
Your class is, yeah, for sure. Okay. Well, I'm sure y'all have got plenty going on, and it's been freezing, so I'm sure y'all are busting a lot of ice right now, right?
Yeah.
Like in the wintertime, is it pretty rough?
It's pretty cold.
Yeah. Would you rather be hot or cold? Because it gets super hot in the summer and sometimes super cold in the winter.
Yeah, so in the summertime you got hay sticking to you, in the wintertime you've just got wet hay sticking to you. So you really just got
and frozen hands.
Yeah. So, I mean, I've got things I like about both seasons. I mean, and there's things I don't like about both seasons. I like springtime. I like when we're working on the calves and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's nice because we get to, like, it's almost like we get to connect more. You know, we talk to each other. We always have a good time, and we make the best of what we got to do.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. It's still labor work, you know. A labor of love, I think, is what most people call it.
Oh yeah.
And then, so during the springtime, do y'all get a little bit of downtime, or is it rocking and rolling every day, no matter what the season is?
So if we're not working if I'm not working cattle, me and usually Richie will go and spray we'll fertilize everything, and he goes to town and he loads up with the chemical, and he comes back, and I spray all the plots and whatnot, and so I mean,
it's a lot of country to cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everything's a little bit spread out, right? So you're having to haul this equipment and drive these tractors to and from each place, right? And then they bring all the.
Our road gator is when the wings are spread out, it's 90 feet wide.
Wow.
So that helps a little bit.
Yeah, you can cover some ground.
You cover a lot.
Yeah.
A little bit. So, but for the most part, I kind of consider that downtime. I mean, it's not a super laborious job.
Yeah.
I mean, you definitely require focus.
Yes.
You've got to be looking around that thing 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't consider it super difficult. I mean,
once
you learn the computer and how to run that thing and the chemical ratios and everything, it's pretty simple.
I didn't even think about that because you're having to mix that on the fly too, right?
Yeah.
Because every pasture get the same treatment, or is it a little bit different depending on the grass or whatever seed you'll have
If it's
in?
a wheat plot, it'll get a certain amount, but if it's just one of our, usually our wheat plots get about 26 gallons an acre, and then if it's our, regular grazing pastures
Mm-hmm.
that aren't planted or plowed or anything, we just spray it. We spray it definitely less. We don't spray here as much as we do on the wheat.
Yeah. Well, you got class today?
I do.
Yeah.
3, livestock management. Mm-hmm.
And how's that going? Do you know how to manage livestock already? Do you need to put it on paper?
Well, the last week we learned how to open and shut the gates and leave gates how we found them. Rule 1.
Yep.
Number 1, and we also got to mess with the chute that they had, and it was a little humbling because here Larry and Colette so graciously have given us a hydraulic chute, which is much more helpful than having to do the manual ones. We still have a manual one out in Peerless 920. But at the 1320 headquarters, we have hydraulics, which is really...
Does that speed things up for you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's nice to have those things.
Yeah. Well, it's good that they're still teaching the classic way of doing it. Yeah. So you are spoiled out here in a sense when it comes to that.
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't want to keep you. I know you got to get out of here and get to class, but thanks for swinging by. You got any recommendations for who we should pull in here real quick today?
Oh, you've got a crew to look forward to.
Yeah. So it's good that there is so many different personalities here and that everybody gets along. But it's like, oh, you need to talk to this guy or this girl, like the stories they have, and it's like, well, I mean, I'm here to hear all of it, So
Tony and Tanner will give you a kick.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's good. I'm gonna write that one down.
Yeah, I would keep them separated if I were you.
Oh yeah, if I get a little Western.
Yeah, they get to go ride wheat calves and everything, and so they're together a lot.
Oh yeah, that's good. Well, and I mean, we need to hear all that, because I've only been associated with the hunting side for so long that, I like hearing all these stories and what you guys are doing on the other side of the ranch because I'm not involved with that. But now I feel like I'm getting there because I'm getting to hear all these things that goes on, and it's a lot.
It's pretty, but it's definitely
and they're
great working out here.
That's what we were talking about right before we got started. Was the day Larry and I went running around, y'all had a calf possibly not make it, and y'all make sure that at least Mama survives. But then y'all ended up saving both of them.
Yeah, there was one time at the 920, I was sent over there to help Heath, and he was pulling a calf, and that time it didn't go too well, and he spent a long time. It was just me and him.
Yeah.
I mean, poor Heath, he was struggling. I mean, it's really laborious to get. I mean, it's like your arms just get so tired working like that. Sometimes it ends good, sometimes it ends bad.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we did save the mom in the end, but
That's awesome. Yeah. That's the nature of the work, and that's the side that nobody sees, unless you talk about it, But it's good. This is a great place to work. It's a great area to live in. If you need something, you can go.
Yeah, I'm just 2 minutes away.
Yeah, So, okay. Well, again, I don't want to keep you, Josey. Thanks for swinging by.
you.
Yes, ma'am.
Appreciate
We'll catch you later.